Salut, c'est Madame Sacco, et ce soir vous allez étudier les questions d'information. Information questions in lesson 8. So here we go. A statement in French, such as tu chantes, notice it has a period at the end, tu chantes, can simply be made into a question. We've already discussed it, a yes-no question, by putting the word est-ce que in front of it to make est-ce que tu chantes. Or we could just simply change our intonation and say tu chantes or est-ce que tu chantes. So making a question in French is pretty simple, a yes-no question. Now we're going to learn about information questions though. And basically the word order is just about the same except for at the beginning of a sentence you have to put in a question word. So we have this question word here. So we still have est-ce que and we still have the subject and the verb and the rest of the sentence, but at the very beginning we put in a question word. So, est-ce que tu chantes? For example, the yes-no question, do you sing, could become comment est-ce que tu chantes? How well do you sing? So, two different things here. The only thing that you need to be aware of is that when the verb is être, you don't need the est que. For example, où est Monique? Where is Monique? It's almost a word-for-word translation. A couple more examples. À quelle heure est le concert? Here's again être. At what time is the concert? Où sont les garçons? Where are the boys? So again, when you have être as the verb, you usually don't need est que in there. Informal questions. When you're talking to somebody, you don't always do the, for example, comment est-ce que tu chantes? In French, a lot of times what they'll do when they're asking a question informally is they'll just take the subject and then the verb and they'll throw the question word at the very end. Tu chantes comment? So again, this is not something you would be writing in a letter or writing in a formal essay, but this is something you can do in spoken French. So some of our words. Where. Comment dit-on where? Où. Où. Comment dit-on when? Quand. Quand. Note that QU in French is always pronounced ka and this D is silent. Quand. Comment dit-on at what time? À quelle heure? À quelle heure? Comment dit-on how? Comment? Comment? Comment dit-on why? Pourquoi? Pourquoi? The QU is a ka. OI in French is always a wa sound. So we end up with pourquoi. Because is parce que. So if somebody asks you pourquoi, you may say parce que. Note that parce que becomes parce que with a QU apostrophe in front of a vowel or an H. Comment dit-on who or whom? Qui. Qui. Comment dit-on to whom or to who? À qui. À qui. Comment dit-on about who or whom? De qui. De qui. Comment dit-on with who or with whom? Avec qui. Avec qui. Comment dit-on for who or whom? Pour qui. Pour qui. Comment dit-on what? Qu'est-ce que? Qu'est-ce que? Again, the real part of what is the que here. This is really que. But your book will use qu'est-ce que. An important question to know how to say is qu'est-ce que tu fais? What are you doing? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? So, qu'est-ce que what? Alright, so we've now ended, and now I would like you to go to Kia and do the activity about the question words. It's important that you are familiar with these question words and that you have them memorized. You need to be able to both say them, pronounce them, as well as be able to spell them. Merci et bonne soirée.